Hey guys, Dr. Dusa here, MTFU Longevity. How are you? Hey, we're at 900 books. 900, just hit 900. We had a big week, sold a couple hundred books. Excellent, thank you. Hungry dogs and cats thriving. Chapter 11, don't retire. I went to the pharmacy this morning, and a young lady who served me, she had a tag on that said pharmacy student, University of Connecticut, very, very good school. I said, hey, congratulations. That's fantastic. Why do you want to be a pharmacist? She said, oh, my father's a pharmacist. I'm like, okay. I don't know if that's the best reason to get to that in a second, but I paid for my order, and she looked at my credit card. It happens to say Dr. Michael Dusa, and she said, oh, you're a doctor. Oh, fantastic. I go, well, I don't see patients anymore. I retired from that 10 years ago. And she said, oh, you're retired. I said, well, no. I mean, what do you mean by that, retired? She goes, you're done working. I go, you mean, I said, do I look like I'm 67? And she says, no, no, you look a lot younger. And she was very kind, because that's what people think. You know, you retire and you're done. You don't do anything anymore, and you fish and you sit there and you watch TV and go on trips and you go to Vegas. Then you drop dead. That's really what happens. I said, no, no, when I was your age, 26, I knew my math. And she said, what do you mean? I go, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I asked her, I go, do you know exactly what you want to do? She goes, what do you mean? I'm going to be a pharmacist. I go, that's a means to an end. What is your end? And she wasn't really getting it. I said, listen, you don't want to go about life rudderless and just, you know, earning money, maybe spending it. And I told her, I said, when I was your age, 26, I was injured for a while, but then when I started my practice, I was like a soldier, a warrior. All I did was work. I had no social life. I saved 50% of my income. I lived so hard. I lived in an apartment. My mother visited me once and she cried because she couldn't believe I didn't have hardly any items in the place. She said, Michael, it's like you live in China. I go, you ever been to China? What are you talking about? But I got her drift. I had a tanning bed that I slept in for about 6 months because I wouldn't allow myself the time to go buy a bed. I didn't care. I didn't care about comfort. I didn't care about anything. I cared about working at my profession and saving enough capital so I was free. So I was able to do the things I really wanted to do. Practice was good. It was okay. It wasn't necessarily my passion. I couldn't see doing it until I was a withered, old, dried, bent over man working in an office somewhere. That just wasn't for me. I was honest with myself. So I knew I had to have an exit plan. My exit plan was building up a huge stash of capital. And the students, I used to run interns through my clinic, and they were very impressed. It was a wonderful clinic and cutting edge equipment. And the young lady said, oh, Dr. Dusa, this is the best place ever. And I don't know if that was true. I said, well, we're here to earn a lot of money. And she goes, you're not about money. You're about helping people. I go, well, yeah, both. And she kind of looked at me quizzically. She didn't understand. I go, look, you know, it costs a lot of money to do all this stuff. The proper quality for the patients, it takes a ton of money. Martin Luther King said, it's wonderful to do good things. Without money, it's very hard. So don't be embarrassed about earning money, and lots of it. That's self-responsibility. You don't want to be a burden to the people. It's all in here, okay? Don't retire. So yeah, I was done with practice after 15 years, and you know, I've had some health problems. That's to the side. The body corrects itself, and now I'm on to other things. And again, it was all about staying under the struggle, and actually under the radar, above the struggle. Okay, I don't care what people think, if they notice me or not, but it's about gaining that freedom. And another thing I told her, I go, you know, chances are you're going to get out, you're going to start working as a pharmacist, you might get married, buy a big house, have a child, get a car. If you can't do those things easily, don't do them. And she looked at me, she said, what do you mean? I said, well, for instance, a friend of mine bought a $70,000 Viper. And the thing was, he didn't have any money left after he bought the Viper. So he had a hard time maintaining the Viper. He had to sell it, and he cracked it up, and it cost like 20 grand just to fix a fender or something. If you buy a $70,000 Viper, make sure you have $70,000 in the bank on top of that to easily take care of it. Okay, so don't put yourself behind the 8 ball. Don't buy a house with 11 rooms and you're one person. Don't buy 2 or 3 cars before you can really handle it easily, because then you're behind the 8 ball and you're going to do shit that you detest, like 87% of the population out there. And going back to that, you know, her father was a pharmacist. I said, do you really want to do this? And she kind of didn't answer me. And I looked at her, I said, this is very, very heavy stuff here. It sounds like you're cultivating a garden that's going to sprout a breeding ground of tragedy for you. I told her just like that. And I don't think she heard any shit like that from anybody else today. So, maybe your father's going to try to find me and kill me. I don't know. But don't put yourself, again, the chapter here, don't retire. You want to get to where you don't have to do anything, but you're still going to do things because that's a quality life. And if you play your cards right and you look at the math and you're honest with yourself, you'll be able to do that and get rid of that debt. And for the record, I ended up living a little better than sleeping in a tanning bed, although I still tan. I catch hell for that every day. I don't give a shit. You have a great weekend. We're almost at 1,000. I say this week we hit 1,000, and that's fantastic. Remember, the goal is 10,000 because we shoot high. Dr. Dusa, MTFU Longevity, you have a great one. Thank you.